Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. In the small matters trust the mind, in the large ones the heart. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. We choose not randomly each other. We meet only those who already exist in our subconscious. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. Words have a magical power. They can either bring the greatest happiness or the deepest despair. We are what we are because we have been what we have been. All family life is organized around the most damaged person in it. Love is a state of temporary psychosis. Knowledge is the intellectual manipulation of carefully verified observations. Maturity is the ability to postpone gratification. Not to know the past is to be in bondage to it, while to remember to know is to be set free. I have found little good about human beings in my experience. Most of them are trash. History is just new people making old mistakes. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what does a woman want? The only shame in masturbation is the shame of not doing it well. From error to error, one discovers the entire truth. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. When inspiration does not come to me, I go halfway to meet it. If you want your wife to listen to you, then talk to another woman. She will be all ears. I became aware of my destiny to belong to the critical minority as opposed to the unquestioning majority. There is a powerful force within us, an unilluminated part of the mind, separate from the conscious mind, that is constantly at work molding our thought, feelings, and actions. When someone abuses me, I can defend myself, but against praise, I am defenseless. The aim of psychoanalysis is to relieve people of their neurotic unhappiness so that they can be normally unhappy. When one does not have what one wants, one must want what one has. A man who has been the indisputable favorite of his mother keeps for life the feeling of a conqueror. The only person with whom you have to compare ourselves is that you in the past, and the only person better you should be. This is who you are now. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. Religion is a system of wishful illusions together with a disavowal of reality, such as we find nowhere else but in a state of blissful hallucinatory confusion. Religion's 11th commandment is thou shalt not question. Psychiatry is the art of teaching people how to stand on their own feet while reclining on couches. Children are completely egoistic. They feel their needs intensely and strive ruthlessly to satisfy them. The sexual life of adult women is a dark continent for psychology. The hallmarks of a healthy life are the abilities to love and to work. Each requires imagination. A woman should soften but not weaken a man. Without love we fall ill. Where they love they do not desire, and where they desire they do not love. But one thing about human beings puzzles me the most is their conscious effort to be connected with the object of their affection, even if it kills them slowly within. The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. To be completely honest with oneself is the very best effort a human being can make. Love in the form of longing and deprivation lowers the self-regard. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? Time spent with cats is never wasted. A man's heterosexuality will not put up with any homosexuality, and vice versa. A father's death is the most important event, the more heartbreaking and poignant loss in a man's life. Dreams are often most profound when they seem the most crazy. One must learn to give up momentary, uncertain, and destructive pleasure for delayed, restrained, but dependable pleasure. It is not attention that the child is seeking, but love. That which we can't remember, we will repeat.